Hello everybody and a very good morning. Welcome to Crafters TV. My name's Ben Moseby. Thanks for joining us. Here we are, Thursday already. Not your standard sort of Thursday now, because I know what you're thinking. Hang on a minute, did I wake up late? Is it 3 o'clock in the afternoon already? No. We're doing a craft along this morning. We're doing a craft along this afternoon. And then we're doing another craft along later on. It is Craft Along a Go-Go today. Oh, yes. If you love award-winning shows, you've come to the right place. If you love it when we craft along in real time, you have come to the right place. Yes, 3 craft alongs for you today. And I know a lot of you are probably thinking, well, hang on a minute. Thursday's cartload day. Not today. This week, Friday is cartload day. Oh yeah, we are mixing things up a bit for you here. Tomorrow, we've got our end of January sale cartload. That is tomorrow evening in the usual sort of slot. So just in case you're a little bit confused. But it's going to be a lovely day because we've got 3 fantastic craft alongs, 3 very different craft alongs. So feel free, if you want to craft along in real time, you can. But also, you can jump in, buy the products we're crafting with. If you've already got them and you think, oh, I quite like that product and project, you can then watch this show back a little bit later on and do it in your own time. Now, the lady tasked with doing not 1, not 2, but 3 craft alongs is my absolute fave. She's back, looking more radiant than ever, all the way from Yorkshire. It is the one and only Barnsley bombshell, Debbie Robinson.
Woohoo! I always love that little. I always make somebody feel really super special.
You are super special.
And I do love that little Yorkshire twang that you do there.
Yorkshire
for me
twang.
as well. The Yorkshire twang. I see when I speak, I think I sound normal until I hear it from you, and then I think, do I really sound like that?
No, I think you sound.
I love my accent, and I'm not ashamed of my accent. No. And I'll tell you what else I'm really looking forward to today.
What?
Because I love craft along. Someone once asked me just before Christmas, what's your favourite show? And I wholeheartedly will admit Craft Along is my very favourite show.
Is it actually?
I absolutely love it, yeah. I do love Cartload, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
But Craft Along is there. It's right there. It's up there with the launch as well.
Wow, yeah, nice launch.
But let me show you what you're going to be doing, because the first one we're going to be doing is some watercolour techniques. Ooh. Now, I've chosen, we've got lots of different water colours within our range, but I've chosen to use the tricolour aquas. So we're going to be using those to create this beautiful card.
Wow, wait.
And I say this beautiful card using Sheena's bold, beautiful butterflies, because I love them, and what an excuse to get them out, play with them, and bring it into a nice little craft along project. And I promise you, there's nothing hard about this whatsoever. It's a nice, simple, easy craft along that everybody can craft along. And if you haven't got any watercolours, don't worry, because you can use any of your colouring mediums. You'll just colour it up differently. You might have sparkle pens, you might have water reactive inks, you might have any of your ink pads actually that you want to colour with, then you absolutely can do. We'll be giving you the shopping list and the ingredients in a moment, but you don't need to worry about it. All you need to do is just craft along with us. Now that's number 1.
Yeah.
So number 2 is die cutting.
Ah, cool.
And I thought, what can I do for die cutting? Because you see us die cut every day of the week. Every day of the week we're here. But I thought, you know what? I had a lovely lady comment, because I'm doing a Facebook Live on Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for giving me that little plug on Monday.
You're welcome.
With the Cosmic collection. And there was a little comment on there about scrapbooks and using scrapbook layouts. So I thought, oh, do you know what? I'm going to bring it into this one. So we're doing a little scrapbook page using... I know, my little darling, I love her to bits. I keep missing her, like passing ships in the night. Yeah. But we are going to be doing this at 3 p.m. here in the UK. And I have in the studio guest crafting along with me. You may know her, you may not, but just tune in at 3 o'clock and find out. And then at 6 o'clock, no longer cartload. It's all about ink pads. Ooh. And we're doing a craft along with the ink pads. Now, I could have done an all singing, all dancing project, but you know, I thought, let's have a play with the ink pads. I love creating backgrounds, so do you know what I did? What? Created a lot of backgrounds and put them into some cards.
Nice.
So this is what we're going to be doing at 6 p.m. This is a watercolour with water reactives. Would you believe? Water reactive.
Are you just doing 2 projects, are you?
Oh, not 1. Oh. Not 2.
2?
That's with the gold shimmer.
Yeah.
But 3.
So you got a 3-in-1?
We're going to do a 3-in-1, and we're going to play with the opaque ink pads, with the gold shimmer ink pads, and with our water reactive ink pads. And I've kept them all, I've kept it really simple again. I don't want to overcomplicate things. I just want you to learn a little bit about the ink pads, what they do, what you can create. And people, again, get asked all the time, how do you make your backgrounds, Debbie? Well, I'm going to show you. That's what we're going to do at 6 o'clock tonight.
blooming marvellous, right? It is going to be a very educational, very fun day. If you've got any questions across the course of the day today, do make sure that you ask them. I'm going to be with you on this first show. Lily's going to be on the next two. I'm off doing other stuff a little bit later, which you'll find out about. But yeah, make sure you ask the questions. Make it nice and interactive. We had such a fun day on Tuesday, so let's make it as good as that, please. Already in is Lois from Ohio. Morning also to Tracy Kukaka, who says, good morning, CTV crew and all my crafty friends. Hello also to Marcella Jimenez, who says good morning. Alessia is in saying good morning and greetings from Arkansas. Getting ready for work whilst listening to my favourite channel. Peace and love to everyone. Peace and love to you. Stephen Nicole says good morning everyone. I'm watching in bed as I was working nights. Betty Weaver is in from Idaho. Hello. Betty Gossel says my huge cosmic collection comes today. Betty, you're in Oklahoma. So that's a quick turnaround, isn't it?
That's a super fast one.
When did we do that? Was that Monday? What day is it today?
Yeah.
Thursday. That's 4 days.
That's amazing.
That is amazing. And Carol Willis says, good morning, Ben and Debbie. I'm really looking forward to today's schedule of craft-alongs. I was working yesterday, but I have today free to watch and craft. Keep the hellos coming in. We will do more of those as I traverse the studio and head over to my side as Debbie heads to her side. We'll give you everything that you need to know in just a few moments' time. But still over on the website, the January sale. The January sale ends tomorrow, by the way, in case you didn't know. And if you put 2 and 2 together, you're thinking, well, hang on a minute, why are they doing cartload tomorrow? Because tomorrow, cartload is our big wrap-up of the January sale. It's the January sale wrap-up cartload show. With some of the best deals from the last few weeks. There are loads there for you still to get your hands on, from cardstock to some of your favourite papers, to embellishments. You can see the Wild at Heart collection there. All of the individual elements are there for you. And of course, don't forget, it is up to 75% off. There's still, I think, well over 400 items for you to shop for. And it's not just the Wild at Heart collection as you're seeing there. That's just the first stuff that pops up for you. But we've got the Mother Earth tricolours. We've got all of the elements from there. We've got nesting dies. We've got the beautiful little animal templates, Threaders animal templates. There's tons in there. Those kaleidoscope origami dies that we had on last week, they're in the sale. I mean, you name it, it's in there. Look at those, the little box dies and templates are there. You've got stamps. There's loads. I ain't got time to go through it all. Have a look for yourselves, see the deals, and get in and grab them, because as I say, either they'll go or come tomorrow when we finish our cartload show. That will be that. Good morning to Karen Owens, who says, OMG, I'm really looking forward to these craft-alongs. Cindy Condy says, I love that water reactive card. And Curly PJ says, this has definitely been a brilliant week of shows. We need more like this. Kim Rice says, these all look great. I'll have to watch later, work first. The good thing is you will find that all of these shows will be there for you. If you subscribe to our YouTube channel, you'll be able to watch back those shows whenever you like. And also, if you follow the 24/7 feed, you will see all these shows repeated as well for you. Shall we, before I show you the deal that we've got on our amazing butterflies, shall we see what you need for the craft along with Debbie?
Yes. Let's do. So, and again, like I said, colour-wise, I'm going to leave this one to you. It's your craft along. The die set that I've used and the stamp set that I've used is the Sheena's Swallowtail Butterfly Stamp and Die set. I've used the Tricolour Aqua pens. So if you shop in the show, you'll see there's lots of different watercolours on there. You can choose whichever one you want. I actually used the Sparkle pen, the clear overlay one. But if you haven't got one of those, don't worry, because I'll show you how you can colour in with your paintbrushes as well. I'm using waterproof ink pad, which is the Noir Black, the vintage butterfly kisses, the stamp set, it's that sentiment stamp set that I've used. Again, choose your own sentiment if you don't have that collection. The same with the circle nesting dies. I've used my stitch ones, but if you've got the layout collection, there's some lovely ones in there that you could use. Multi-purpose cardstock, watercolour cardstock, matte black cardstock, and some heavyweight acetate are the materials that you're going to be needing. And of course, a pot of water and maybe some kitchen roll at the side of you as well. That will come in handy. The additional element elements that you're going to be needing are, of course, a die cutting machine, large guillotine, scoring board, so I've used the Scoremaster, the magnetic stamping platform, it'll make life so much easier for you, scissors, a paintbrush, all-purpose glue, tacky glue, red liner tape, and foam pads. Now, I've put a different choice of different glues on there because I'm always aware other people love to, play around with different glues. So I've put quite a few on there, and I'll be using as and what I need as we go along. That's the shopping list you need, and then we're ready to craft along.
Marvellous. There you go. Get all your bits and pieces together. Do let us know if you are crafting along with us in real time. I appreciate it's quite early and you might not have all the bits and pieces ready, but if you are, let us know, or if you plan to do it at a later date, then again, do let us know. The good news is that if you do like the look of this craft along and you're thinking, oh, well, I haven't got the bold butterflies collection, well, here's the great news. We've got it available for you, and guess what? Best ever price. Yeah. I'm sure I'm presentation lead without a trophy which has been stolen. However, I'm in the know. So yes, it is true story. Normally £67, $79, £43.20 if you're a platinum member, $50.40 if you're shopping in the US and you are a platinum member. Some of the most beautiful butterfly stamps I think you're ever likely to get your hands on. You're getting kind of like your big main focal butterfly, and then lots of other smaller stamps to go with it. So in this case, you've got those two smaller butterflies, and then the sentiments as well. Happy birthday, birthday wishes, and best friend. What's lovely about this, of course, too, is that you get the dies to be able to cut out your smaller butterflies, and then you've got that split larger die so that you've got full craftability with your stamped image, so you can place it wherever you want it to go on your cardstock. If you want to cut it out as a topper, you can do. Or alternatively, do you know what? If you just decide that you want to cut it out, just stamp it rather, you can do that too. But look at that beautiful card there, creating your own background, stamping those smaller butterflies in, and then piecing that beautiful butterfly on the front as a focal point. I really like this too, and I'll show you the rest of the stamps and dies you're going to get in a second. How beautiful is that?
Yeah, home decor pieces.
Beautiful.
These are just absolutely stunning.
Yeah. So it's carved, it's home decor, it's scrapbooks, it's everything, this kit. That one there, by the way, is your swallowtail butterfly. Then you're going to get this one, which is your monarch butterfly. Same story again here, big, bold stamp that you're going to be receiving, plus the two smaller butterflies and your 3 sentiments. So just because, just for you, and hello. And again, you get those 2 smaller dies and then those 2 bigger split dies to cut out your main image butterfly. This one, peacock butterfly. And again, think of all the colours that you've got at home right now. Think of all of the different colouring mediums you can use to create the most beautiful butterfly from this collection. Big butterfly, 2 smaller butterflies, and then this time you get 2 sentiments. So you've got make a wish and thank you. And last but by no means least, you have got your red admiral, and same setup here. Big, bold stamp, 2 smaller butterflies, and then the sentiments to go with it. On your special day, enjoy the little things and sending lots of love. Really lovely collection is that for £43.20 or $50.40. You can jump in and find the individuals on the website as well. Hi to Wendy, says, I get my items in about 3 days as well here in Virginia. Better shipping than the post here in the US. Helen Pattinson says, I love a Debbie craft along. I just love a Debbie show, full stop. We just have it. We love it when Debbie's in, don't we? I mean, if it's craft along, amazing, but any Debbie show is a great show. And Cindy says, stolen trophy, horrors. Give Ben back his well-earned trophy. I know, whoever stole it, shame on you. Shame on you. I'll get it back.
Has it been snatched away from you?
It's been snatched, don't worry. I've got my suspicions, and all will be revealed. All will be revealed. It's sad, isn't it, when some people can't, be happy for other people who've won trophies, that they have to then hide them and steal them. Jealousy is a terrible thing. Right, let's get into it. Debbie, it's over to you. I think if we get any questions through, I can fire them at you, but you let us know when you want a little break, and then I can do my bit.
That's fine. So I think first thing we'll do, we'll get the card base done, and the additional strip that we're going to do. So I'll just show you what I mean by that. We'll do this card base, and then we'll do the strip. The rest of it we'll do as we're going along, and then we're going to concentrate on the butterflies and show you how to do them. I mean, I love these, let me tell you. So first things first, I've got some white multi-purpose cardstock. This is when you can bring your guillotine or your paper trimmer in. I'm going to use the paper trimmer.
Okay.
Rebel. And I'm gonna,
Rebel.
I know I've changed my mind because I did put the guillotine down on there, but this was the first thing to hand. So the thing that we're going to cut this down to is 10 by 7 inches. So I've taken it up to the 10-inch mark. I'm popping that down. And again, this is to show you as well, this paper trimmer. We call it a paper trimmer, but this is 300 GSM, and it cuts through absolutely beautifully. And then I'm going to take it to the 7-inch mark. So using my markings on there, and it's always the same. Make sure you flush up to the top of your trimmer or your guillotine, and then we're going to take away that strip.
Okay.
Now, that is the first part that we're going to be doing. Now, the second bit is we're going to score. So I'm just going to bring in my scoring board. We're just making a nice 5 by 7 card blank.
Yeah.
So all I'm going to do is obviously put this across the scoreboard on the long side and score that at 5 inches. And if we just put a nice little score line, or 1 or 2 gentle lines, and then we're going to fold that in on itself and burnish. There we go. So that is our card base done. We're going to cut out using some circular nesting dies, but I'm going to leave that for a little bit later on. And then the next thing we're going to do is just cut the strip that we need for going across the central part. So I'm going to switch to black cardstock first. Just going to move the scoreboard, because the scoreboard can actually go away. I had to put it down as the list, but it can go away now because we don't need it whatsoever. And I did tell you this is going to be a nice craft along, a nice easy craft along for you.
Yeah. You said you'd be finished in half an hour, didn't you? We're going to go put our feet up.
But you know what? The thing is, we've got lots of other watercolours on the show, and we could always have a little play if we get finished.
Yes.
I could do it off the cuff.
Yes.
Yeah, I like a bit of off the cuff.
Can I come and colour with you at the end?
You can do whatever you want, Ben.
Oh, thanks very
You can
much.
come and join me whenever you want.
Thank you.
I enjoyed our little craft along side by side the other night.
It's good, that, wasn't it?
I really enjoyed it. It was wonderful. I loved it.
Yeah, it's fun.
Now I'm going to cut a strip of, and I've taken my black matte cardstock. I think this is out of stock at the moment on the website. That's a dirty piece. Who's been using that one? Oh, shall we play him?
Who was in yesterday?
Debbie?
Corinne
Was it Corinne and Debbie?
Yeah, Corinne.
Yeah. Corinne, I mean...
Dear, oh dear.
Actually, to be fair, we're a bit messy on this floor. Let me just call them out.
Is it?
Ooh, yeah. They call me a messy crafter. They were little bits of paper all over.
Sweep up?
Red line of tape all over. I mean, really?
Send an email. Yeah.
I love throwing a bit of shade first thing in the morning.
Strongly worded email, and finish it with kind regards.
Now, I'm going to take this to 1.5 inches, pop that guard down, and just give that a little cut. And again, even though this is matte black cardstock, it still cuts out beautifully. And then I'm going to come to 7 inches with the strip. So it's 7 by 1.5. And then I'm going to cut a little piece that we're going to be using. I'm actually going to stick to, yeah, I might be able to get it off from... Oh, well, my waist from my cardstock
Boom.
should be 1.25. Let's just check.
You done it?
A little slither. A little, when I say a little slither, good grief, that's a little slither.
Boom.
Talk about not wasting any of your cardstock.
Yeah.
And then take that to the 7-inch mark as well. So that is my little strip that's going to go across the front part of the card. So just put that to one side for the time being. Now, that was as hard as that was going to be. Seriously, super, super easy. Now, the next bit that we're going to move to, and we're not going to pause because I think we'll get these bits out of the way. We're going to bring in the fabulous... Well, I've got the swallowtail. To be honest, Ben, I really struggled to which one to use because I wanted to use the whole blinking lot.
They're lovely,
I love them all. I think they're all fabulous. You've got a main butterfly on the one there, and you've then got those smaller ones. And the fact that the stamp's on their own means you can stamp beautiful backgrounds with them. So Corinne doing a lovely one with the cheers to you yesterday. You could be doing that for your background papers as well. But they've all got their dies as well. So the large one, it splits into 2 parts. It gives you a lot of creativity. We're going to use it as a full one, but the first thing we need to do, of course, is stamp. So I'm going to switch to watercolour cardstock right now. And we're going to stamp one of these large ones, and then I say many. My problem I have, Ben, is when do I stop stamping? Because I've used, let's do a count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. of these. So there's a fair bit of stamping and a fair bit of colouring.
That's what you call a kaleidoscope.
Did I say it would take 2 hours?
Yeah. It's good. We'll finish it off in the later show. 3 o'clock, part 2 of Debbie's craft along.
I do love, I honestly, this stamp set is just beautiful. Now, I've got an A4 piece cardstock, so I'm just going to chop this down a little bit just to make it more manageable to fit onto my 8x8 platform. And I'm going to try and stamp quite a fair bit onto there.
Yeah.
So let me take it down to about 7.5 inches, just on that long side. And that should now fit onto my platform. Now, at home, I did use my rocker blocks, and I did quite a few. That's why it didn't take so long. However, we'll be fine. We've got plenty of time. And we're just going to stamp. I think we'll start with the big one and put the 2 small ones on there. And I'm just going to place those randomly onto my cardstock.
Okay.
Now, what I will say is, just make sure you've got a bit of space in between, because you've got a metal die that needs to fit around all of those pieces. Now we're going to stamp, we're going to die cut, and then we're going to colour. And just because it's that little bit easier in terms of if your die moves in your Gemini machine, you've got a little bit of leeway there, and you've not spent all that time colouring them in. So I'm just going to put those down there for now. Now I'm going to just load that up onto my platform, onto the 8x8 stamping base. Let me make sure those fit in there properly. Oh, we've got a leg missing.
Got a what?
Where's that gone? We've got a leg missing. Look, we've got a little leg missing at the bottom.
Oh, no.
I know. Should we blame Corinne again?
Yeah. It's always the person that was in the day before.
It is.
So
I've heard it myself. I hear it all the time. Now, because I'm using Tricolour Aquas, this is why we're using watercolour cardstock, premium results, why we're going to use our waterproof dye ink. You need to make sure you've got the right one. If I was to use the alcohol-proof one, the minute I put water to it, along with the colour, with my water-based medium, it's going to smudge, smear and everything else. So it's just not worth it. Just make sure you've got the right ink pad. There are 4 colours to choose from, so if you haven't got the Noir Black, or you've got the Flagstone, the, I'm going to call it Rubstone then.
Rugstone, Flagstone,
Rubble,
Pebble,
Rubble.
Pebble, Pebble.
I've got Paw Patrol on my brain. Sorry, I was looking after grandkids yesterday, and Paw Patrol were on all afternoon.
Marshall.
Marshall. Oh no, no. Let's go through them. Noir Black, Flagstone.
Pebble.
Pebble, not Rubble.
I kept saying Pebble, and you said Rubble.
I can't think of the 4th colour. Oh, it's gone out of my head.
What have you said? Pebble.
Pebble, Flagstone, Noir Black.
And
is it Twilight Grey?
No.
Is it Twilight? No, it's not Twilight Grey.
It's,
Debbie.
It's a brownie one, isn't it?
Rustic Brown.
Rustic Brown.
There we go. Listen, it was an early start today. And a late finish in the craft room last night.
Was it?
Yeah, because I'd forgot a project that I was supposed to do.
Oh, never.
I opened my diary at 9:30 last night, opened my diary up, and I thought, uh-oh. So a little bit of a late night in the craft room, but do you know what? I couldn't think of a finer place to be.
There's a Crafters TV show I want to watch in the future. Late Night in the Craft Room with Debbie Robinson. That'd be a great show, wouldn't it?
To be fair, me little Facebook Lives, that's exactly what you get. A late night craft room with Debbie.
Really?
Live in the craft room. And just a little plug for those. I know it's early in the morning for all our lovely overseas viewers, but yeah, this coming Sunday, I'm going to be using the Cosmic collection.
8:15.
8:15 here in the UK.
Sunday night.
Sunday night, yes. Yeah, I'll post it all again. In fact, I think it's pinned up at the top of my page, actually.
It'll finish at 4:15 Monday morning, by the way.
No, it will not, because Debbie's a hobby maker on Monday, so no, it will not. Now, I don't know if you've noticed there, little light taps across the stamp. We can always add more, though, so please don't worry if you don't get this right the first time. And the lovely thing, and you know what, actually, Miss Fisher's been in the building, hasn't she? Just 2 minutes. Just 2 minutes.
What's she done?
I'm making sure I've got this stuck down because, well, was she crafting? When
Debbie was crafting on Tuesday.
Yes, and I know what she's like with the stamping platform.
Yeah.
She sticks it all up with our lovely repositional spray, and the power of it sucks. So I'm just making sure I've got some tape down there. I know what Miss Fisher's
Probably why
like.
the leg's fallen off as well.
It could be Debbie. Could be our Debbie, yeah. So we're going to push that down.
It's still usable with the leg falling off, though, by the look of it.
Yeah, absolutely. What you just want to make sure is that the stamp, you know, the magnets aren't too close to the stamp because they'll affect the stamping. So if you are having a few issues with your stamping platform, just make sure your magnets are away from the stamps. And again, all you need to make sure is you push down the top of the pressure over the top of the stamp. Because if you start to push, you're going to wiggle, you're going to get a ghosting. So it's always a good thing to make sure you press onto the top. So I'm just going to lift that up. There's just a little bit there. I want to make sure, and I can see there's still a little bit of wet in there. However, just to make sure, I'm just going to re-ink that body part. There we go. And then just stamp that back down. Again, when you are doing this, make sure all the feet are in the platform part and then just push down into that central part, lift off, and now that looks so much better. So I'm happy with that one. However, I do want to make sure I've got a little bit of tissue because I am going to be moving these. I'm not going to be doing another one of the large ones, so I can take that off, but I'm just going to give that a little dab to make sure when I take it off I don't get ink transferred all over my fingers.
Yeah.
The quality of these stamps, they're superb.
Yeah.
Is all I'm going to say. They're absolutely superb. Because I've used the waterproof one, it's stained the stamp. Don't think that that's not normal. That's absolutely normal.
Yeah.
That's a permanent ink, so it will leave a bit of staining behind there. However, I did say we need a lot of these butterflies, so we're going to start stamping. In fact,
is there another 24 we need, I think, isn't
it? I'm going to use as much as I possibly can in terms of... Oh, get back down, you. And I saw it lift. I thought, don't you dare. Again, this is the thing. Don't worry too much. I promise. There's no point worrying. It's a little bit of stamping. It's a little bit of cardstock, and we're not gonna whittle too much because we can always stamp some more. And I'm just going to continue to do a few more of those as well.
Okay. I think we are pretty clear on questions so far.
That's good.
Which is nice. Craig's watching. Craig says, for once, I'm not being blamed.
Craig?
Yeah, he says, thank you, Debbie.
Poor Craig, he always takes the flak.
Usually from me, but, you know, he loves it.
Is it you that does it to him?
He loves it. Good morning, crafters. Lovely to see my fave Debbie R, says Sheila. Oh, and Sheila has actually asked a question. I tell a lie.
Oh, go on then, yeah.
Could you repeat, please, what that type of stamp pad is and what you are using it with, please?
So it's the Finesse. So we have lots of ink pads on our site. Finesse by Spectrum Raw. This is the waterproof dye. It is perfect for every single medium that contains water. So things like your sparkle pens, your aqua pens, these are the aqua tri-colours. We have aqua pens in sets of 12 as well. We also have our colour, wait a minute, get this right, Debbie. Aqua pencils. That's right, isn't it? Aqua blend pencils, thank you, Jamie. Words are just failing me today. But things that are reactive with water, you need to make sure you've got the right ink pad. Did you say Sheila?
Yeah.
Sheila, because seriously, if you haven't got this right ink pad, I promise you it will interfere with your watercolour.
Yes.
So this is why you need it. It's that permanent one that literally means there's no smearing whatsoever. That when you chuck water all over it, there's nothing on there whatsoever. And that's why it's really important to get the right ink pad. Now I'm just going to switch over because I've done a little bit of a boo-boo there, but it doesn't matter because I'm just going to literally take that off. And we'll come back to that in a minute because we're going to do the die cutting.
Yeah.
But I've still got a little bit here so I can place some more stamps. So how many did I say I needed? 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 7, 8 when I've done this one. Actually, do you know what? Shall we switch to a rocker block?
Why not?
Yeah, let's switch to a rocker block.
Shows the different styles of stamping, doesn't it?
Let me just find one because I did bring one. There we go. Let me bring a rocker block in. Might make it a bit quicker and easier. And then I don't have to keep taking the stamps off as well. Because you will get ink transferred onto your fingers. But have we got rocker blocks on the show?
Not on the show, no.
Oh, that's a shame.
They'll be on the web, though.
Yeah, they'll be on the web. So let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think I might do 12, actually. Perhaps I should have put my butterflies a bit closer. Might be wasting cardstock here. Will I get that on? Yes, you will, Debbie. You will get that on. So rock that on. And I do love our rocker blocks, I'm not going to lie. If you want to do, like you'll see Craig, he does a lot of background papers himself. I've seen something that's coming up with his masterclass. Do you know, I'm really pleased he changed it. I saw a little post on, because he was doing a craft along with the layout collection. I'm glad you've changed it into a masterclass, because I think it's going to be really beneficial having a masterclass with that one.
Yeah.
So I'm really looking forward to that, because that's the weekend I'm working with him.
Oh, yeah?
But I'm presenting.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so
Brilliant.
now I've got plenty of butterflies. So the next stage we're going to do is we're going to do some die cutting. Just going to move all my stamping platforms out of the way and my butterflies. Let's get those put away. We're going to do some die cutting. Now, make life easy for yourself. And you know what as well? You could bring in your mini for these smaller butterflies. And I think potentially that's what I'm going to do. However, I'm going to grab my scissors because I'm going to cut out that large one. And then I think what I'll do is I'm going to make this a bit easy for myself. Because if I put them into strips of the large and the small, I'm going to be able to cut out, especially if I'm using my mini, I'm going to be able to cut these out quite quickly.
And you do get dies for all of them. Lillian's just asking, do the butterflies have dies?
Yes,
You get the split one for the big one.
You do, yeah. Just looking there, I'm thinking, oh, Debbie, you've put just, oh, we'll come to that in a minute, Ben. We'll come to that one in a minute. We'll put those there. But it just makes it a bit easy for yourself. But I'm going to show you this one because I personally, and I tell you now, this will be the best way to do this, do one bit at a time. And there's a reason why. So if you put those two together, there's a little bit of a crossover. This die set allows you to create on the right-hand side, on the left-hand side of an edgeable of a card or the spine of a card. Putting them both together can get a bit tricky, and the power of a Gemini, slip. So I will give you my bit of advice and tell you to do this one bit at a time. And now another little question I get asked about is our low-tack tape. When it goes through the Gemini, it can really stick. So I am just detacking a little, Debbie, a little bit of my tape, and I'm going to hold it down at the top and down at the bottom. You'll be able to see the white space that it leaves behind when you run this around the stamp piece. Sorry, Debbie, use your words carefully. So yeah, English would always help, Jamie. I'm rubbish sometimes. And I'm just detacking because I know the pressure of the Gemini will really stick this down. Now this is watercolour cardstock, Ben, and it can be a little bit more, what's the word? Because it's got
delicate
teeth in there. Yes, we'll take that one. Yeah, we'll take that one. Now I will be using at this stage, and anybody who's seen me with my Gemini I'll tell you every single time, a straightforward die doesn't necessarily mean you have to put all the plates and combinations in there. So I'm going to try it first with just the cutting plate, the plastic shim and the other die cutting plate onto the top and run that through. Too much pressure. Well, if I put the magnetic sheet into there, not only would it stick that tape down even more solid, you know, you just need to be mindful of the pressure in your machine. So I can see that's cut out beautifully. It doesn't always necessarily need those extra shims. And you'll know, I often say this, it's cut me down the middle. I've not only got purple blood running through me, but I've got Gemini blood running through me because I absolutely love our machines. And I will sing from the hilltops, telling you that they are the best machines in the world, because they simply are. Just use them correctly. And it's the platforms. It's all about that education part. Now, this is why I do this. Now, if I put this, I can join that up. I can then line it up again, but I know now there's going to be no crossover. There's going to be no meat in the middle. And it'll cut this out beautifully. And again, just hold it down with some of that low-tack tape. I'm just thinking, what did I do with the second piece? I've stuck it to my hand and pop that on. And run that through again, that same combination. And that's all you need for that large. And that's, for me personally, the best way to use that die set. I've tried the other way, putting the both together. When I say I damaged a die, there's one of my die sets that I couldn't use because I have damaged the die because it slipped.
Oh, because it slipped.
It slipped, yeah. So yeah, it's just worth running it through the machine for that second time. And if I just take that out now, you'll see, just be careful when you're taking it out, that's die cut through there beautifully.
Beautiful, yeah.
Absolutely beautifully. Now, rather than go through the machine, the electric cutting machine, shall we switch to the mini?
Oh, yeah, why not?
Let me grab the mini. Let me grab that mini. Oh, I'm loving this
Raspberry
new colour.
Mini.
The raspberry mini. I'm loving the raspberry mini. Oh, it's so nice. Did you see my little video that I did with the MIDI? Did a video.
I did see that video, but I kind of feel like I saw it in passing.
Yeah, I popped it on my page. It's actually at the top of my page at the moment because showing the things that the mini and the MIDI could actually cut.
Yeah.
And then I did a little Insta story because I had a question come from somebody about doing the stencils through your MIDI and your mini. And if you've got a stencil that will fit through there, you can absolutely do it. You just need to add a piece of cardstock.
Okay.
Because do you know we do it on the Gemini electronics? You can do it in your plastic folders. So I did a little video. That one will have gone because it was an Insta story and it's on your Insta and your...
So stencil in the folder and then a bit of cardstock.
So in the folder with your cardstock that you would normally do, then another sheet of a cardstock acting as a shim into your folder and you'll get that lovely impression. Because I honestly, it was a question that I got asked and I'm one of those that think, well, I've never really tried it. And then I thought, do you know what? I'm going to try. I'm going to see if it works.
Yeah.
And it absolutely worked. A dream. It really, really did. So yes, there is a way around embossing your stencils, as I found out because I did the test for you guys. And,
Good for you.
Yeah, we always are a believer in just seeing what things can do.
Well, that's it. And if we can try it out for you, then obviously we will.
Yeah. I'm just going to run this through now. So again, all you're going to do, place it down. I am using some tape. I know it sounds a bit bizarre through the MIDI, but I am going to use a little bit of tape. I'm just reusing that tape over and over again. But all I'm going to do, Ben, is just die cut through all of those pieces. So I've got all my butterflies ready.
Yep. Just to say, Karen says, I don't have these butterflies, but I do have the vintage butterflies collection. Is there a big butterfly in this set? There is.
There is. It's called the Monarch.
And yeah.
Yeah, you could use that.
Yeah, there's loads of lovely butterfly stamps and dies in that collection. So yes, you could absolutely use that. So sorry, I can't check at the moment. I'm recovering from orthopaedic surgery.
Oh, bless.
And I'm on the sofa.
Ooh,
watching Debbie and Ben, and we'll be doing so all day. Loving the show so far. Thank you, Karen, and get well soon.
Yes, get well soon, yeah.
And thank you to our Rachel, who, well, I never knew this, is a butterfly expert.
Oh, she now then?
Well, from what she's sent through, she obviously is. What are they called again? Lepidopterists, aren't they? That's it.
A whaty?
A lepidopterist.
That's too big for me, Ben. I'm not going to lie.
Top part of the butterfly's body is known as the thorax. Bottom end is its abdomen. And did Debbie know how butterflies taste their food?
What?
Do you know how butterflies taste their food?
Well, they won't have little tongues, will they? Do they have little tongues? Do they? Oh, well then I'm going to say a tongue.
With their feet.
With a what?
With their feet, apparently. That's what Rachel says.
Do they have feet?
Yeah, with their feet, apparently.
Do you know, I've been up close and personal to butterflies and I didn't know they had feet.
You've been up close and personal with a butterfly.
Well, you know what I mean.
That's my favourite sentence of the day. I've been up close and personal with a butterfly. I didn't know they had feet. How do you think they get around when they don't want to fly? They're just like that.
I've had them rest on me. I've been to Butterfly House. I love the Butterfly House. Near where Jan lives, quite close to it, actually. And I go with the kids, my kids. Well, not so much kids anymore, but I love going there because you can see all the butterflies. And they've rested on my hand, on my shoulder, in my hair. So I have been up close. Maybe not personal.
I can just imagine you in the butterfly farm, like holding your hand out and them all like sort of landing up your arm, you know, and you sort of singing a song.
Oh, I love them. They're so delicate. But I had no idea they had feet. So is that our radical Rachel that's just shared that information?
Well, unless she's winding us up.
She wouldn't do that. She wouldn't do that. But you know what? That's really good to know, because I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's a fascinating fact.
So next time you go to your butterfly farm, if you offer them a bit of butterfly food, you know not to offer it to their mouths, just to offer it to their feet.
Wait a minute. Rewind.
Yeah.
Butterfly food?
Yeah.
Butterfly food? Is there such a thing?
Yeah.
What do they feed on?
Chips.
Do you know? I love them, but I don't know very much about them. And that's shocking. That is a shocking thing to say. I don't know much about butterflies.
Do you want me to...
You educate me. You come and educate me, Ben.
Butterfly facts. There we go. Butterfly facts. Here we go. Butterflies are winged insects.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a shocker. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Butterflies' wings are transparent.
Yes, they are.
Here we are. Here we go. Butterflies taste with their feet.
Oh.
Butterflies live on an all-liquid diet.
Do they?
Apparently.
What, like, what? Liquid?
Butterflies drink from mud puddles.
Do they really? This is fascinating.
Butterflies can't fly if they're cold.
Which is why, and that would explain, and I think that's what my kids don't like about it, the intense heat when you go into one of the...
that will make sense.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Well, do you know, I did wonder. Isn't this fascinating? Keep them coming.
A newly emerged butterfly can't fly. And the longest lived adult butterflies live for 9 months to a year, but the average lifespan for the majority of butterflies is just 2 to 4 weeks.
Are you taking the mick?
No.
2 to 4 weeks they're only on the planet for?
Yeah, it's sad that, isn't it?
Oh my God, I'm so upset. Don't tell me that.
Oh, sorry.
That's really upset me, that, Ben.
Sorry.
I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
2 to 4 weeks?
I know.
Oh God, I feel tears welling up in my eyes. Seriously.
That's what it says here.
That is the saddest thing I've ever heard.
And that's in the 10 butterfly facts for kids. I mean, for goodness sake.
No, I wouldn't dare tell my grandkiddies that.
Find something a bit happier than that. But anyway, aren't they so beautiful whilst they are flying around for the short time that they are with us? And the great thing about making a card like this, of course, is... the great thing about making a... Sorry, the great thing about making a card like this, of course, is the butterflies will last forever.
They will. That pleases me a little bit. God, that really upset me. I had no idea. I'm fascinated by all these, but I wonder how much I can retain, though. That's my problem.
Oh, that's the thing, isn't it?
You give me all these facts, and then can I retain anything?
No.
Can I, heck?
It's like when we did... what was that? I can't remember the show now. We did
Good pointing question there, then.
It was when we launched the Dragonfly, Dancing Dragonflies collection.
Yeah.
And I had all of these amazing facts about dragonflies, and I was wowing everybody. Can I remember any of those facts now?
No.
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 No. No.
It's just one of those things, isn't it?
Yeah, we should be able to retain information better than I do. There we go. That's why every day's a school day for me in here, because I never remember from one day to the next. It's like, oh, what's that funny little machine over there? The Gemini what? Mini? Oh, no. I don't remember that one.
Well, if you want to learn a little bit about what the Gemini Mini and Midis can do, then head over to my page. It's pinned at the top of my page, and you can see there. I did like a quick 10-minute video on how to use. Sometimes it's nice just for a refresher, because we're switching from an electronic to a manual.
Yeah.
But I don't want you thinking that it can't do the same things. I mean, it's not going to cut out 8 pieces of fabric, but it can cut 4. Of your cotton, and I did that on that little video. Sorry,
Lynn Morton says
it
it
will
was
cut through like leather.
Yeah.
And faux leather, real leather. Denim's a bit trickier. I won't lie, because it's a little bit more. Shall we say fibre? Or the way the fibres lay. So that kind of stuff's a little bit trickier. But you can use your stencils through there as well, which I just were like one of those things when somebody were like, "Can you do that?" And I'm thinking, do you know, I've never tried. But yes, you can. Yes. And it's nice sometimes to just have that little bit of refresher. I hope it didn't chuck me down. Oh no, it's there.
Lynn says it was a very educational video, Debbie, and thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Right, we have got large butterfly, and then I've got plenty now. There's plenty there to be going with. So we're not going to do any more, because what we're going to do is we're going to take a small pause. We'll come to the colouring in a second, because that's the bit I love. Now, that's the thing as well. When you do this, it's always beneficial, and it's something our lovely Craig taught me very early on. Because I told him what happened to me on one of my mix. I'd coloured it in, run it through die cutting machine, straight through design. And I'm like, I've just spent all that time colouring it in. And he went to me, "Debbie, why don't you stamp, die cut, colour?" And I've learnt that mantra ever since. So yes, That's the best way I would describe to be able to do this technique. So that's all of those lined up, and we will get ready in a second to have a little colouring session with them.
Excellent stuff. The bulb butterflies, of course, you can still pick up if you haven't yet got them. But like Rosalind suggested, and also, who was it you mentioned earlier on? The lady who hasn't got this collection but has got the vintage butterflies. Yeah, if you've got those, obviously you can throw those in instead of using any butterfly stamps and dies that you've got. Of course, you can substitute in. But if you want to go for the bulb butterflies collection, then yes, absolutely you can at the best ever price today. So do make sure, if you love it, you grab it today. You're saving, what, $13.96, $16.80. The platinum price is £43.20 or $50.40. And as you've seen Debbie using these, you get all of the beautiful stamps, the big size butterfly within each set, plus your two smaller butterflies and some sentiments to go with it. And then you're going to get the dies to be able to cut them out as well. So you've got the smaller dies to cut out the smaller butterflies, and then you've also got your big butterfly and then that split die. So as Debbie's already kind of shown you, you can then place your butterfly wherever you want it to go on your project. 4 butterflies in this collection, the Red Admiral. You've also got your peacock butterfly. And again, think about, see that one there is your peacock butterfly, but then also on this card, that is still that peacock butterfly. So think about all of the different colours that you are going to be able to use and create, you know, butterflies that you might already know, but indeed butterflies that perhaps don't exist. You can create your own butterfly. You can be your own lepidopterist. I'm not going to get bored of saying that word today. I really like that one, actually. That's really cool as well. Just creating like a little butterfly wreath from the 3 butterflies that I've just shown you. You've also got in there your monarch butterfly. And again, there is a similar stamp to this one in your vintage butterfly collection, which you could sub in and use if you wanted to create this project. And then you've also got this, which is that beautiful swallowtail butterfly. All of that is included. Lillian says, what about using the timeless butterflies? You could use the timeless butterflies, although in the timeless butterflies, you haven't got a big statement butterfly, have you? It's all smaller.
Butterfly in there, but you could absolutely do this and create your butterfly wreath using that. So that is a great way. Yeah, you can, absolutely. This is what we said about this craft line. You can take the idea of the project, but you can actually customise it to your own way. And like Jamie's just said, do your own twist on it, because that's what it's all about. Yeah.
Just a quick question from Trisha, and again, great question. If you don't know, ask it. She says, I only have the Gemini mini machine, but as I'm new to this type of crafting, I don't know what the shim is used for with the mini and the midi.
So in your newer one, so if you've got the raspberry one, it'll be a white plastic shim. I say white, frosty looking. That will be for your 2D embossing folders. The folder that's got the opening, what have I done with mine? The folder that's got the opening, that's where you're going to put all your dies. So that's going to be your cutting platform. But that plastic shim, that single shim that's in there, is for your regular embossing folder. So thank you for asking that, because again, people will be thinking, what do I use that for? Do I sandwich that into there? No. It is a separate shim to be used just for your regular embossing folders. Yeah.
Excellent. Great question.
It is.
Wendy says, I grow fennel in my backyard and I have butterflies all summer. The fennel gives them a place to lay eggs and hatch, and it's a fascinating thing to watch. Do you know one of the nicest things we ever did was when Daisy was little? I know I've got to tell you about this. You can get them on that website that begins with an A and sells everything. You can get your own little butterfly farm, if you like, and you buy them and feed them as little what are they? The little, I want to say newts. When they're little caterpillars, not tadpoles, that's frogs. But anyway, and then as they start getting bigger, then you put them in this like net, and then they build their own little cocoon, and then eventually you get the butterflies appear, and then you let them out into the wild.
That's lovely.
Yeah, it's really cute.
Yeah, that's cute.
Anyway, if you want the butterfly collection, $43.20, $50.40 is the price. It was $50.40. The Gemini 2 is also available, as you've seen Debbie using this over the course of the show today. Still on its best ever price. Unbelievable that we've held this for so long. $159.99, $239.99 is the price on this if you're in the US and you are a platinum member. You get everything you need. within the box as far as your plates, and of course you've got all of the upgrades on this as well, which are slightly different to what you might already have with your Gemini. The pressure's still the same. You're still going to get that amazing pressure, but you've got loads of different upgrades, if you like, with this machine, which you can find out more about in this video.
Introducing the Gemini 2. Our brand new electronic die cutting and embossing machine has all the power and precision of the original Gemini, but with updated functions and innovative new features. Faster and quieter than ever before, the Gemini 2 does all the hard work for you. Cut out the most intricate designs in seconds, and all at the touch of a button. Technology to apply higher pressure than many other machines offers perfectly crisp and clear results every time. The Gemini 2 has the power to take creative projects of all shapes and sizes in its stride. It will cut through a range of materials, from card and paper to cork, thin metal, leather, and multiple layers of fabric. So you can save time on your papercraft, sewing, and multimedia projects. A new and improved optical sensor runs the full length of its 9-inch platform, offering edge-to-edge precision with cutting plates of any size. Pause, rewind, and resume functions take the guesswork out of crafting. Smooth gliding feet make light work of moving and maneuvering your Gemini 2. And a turntable offers 360 degrees of crafting freedom. Neat storage compartments hold craft tools so they're always at your fingertips right when you need them. A built-in media stand and 3 USB charging points invite you to craft along with your favourite tutorials and workshops on your tablet or phone. Easy to use, and with everything you need to get started right out of the box, the Gemini 2 is for beginners and experienced makers alike. From scrapbooking and home decor to handmade cards, quilting, and everything in between, bring your creativity to life with the Gemini 2.
There you go. That is the G2, and it is still at that best ever price. So do jump in, and if you're thinking about getting it, today's a great day to do it. As we said, you've got the option if you want to go for smaller machines like your Mini, like your Gemini MIDI as well, all in the new coordinating colours, which is absolutely brilliant. Let's give you opportunity. I can see a few questions coming in, which we will tackle in just a few moments' time, but let's give you a bit of an opportunity to get your carts and your baskets checked out. If you've maybe just popped in the G2, or maybe you have got the Bold Butterfly collection, here's about 3 or 4 minutes to get checked out, and we'll come back, I'll answer those questions, and we'll move on with the next part of the craft along in just a moment.
We get to know people from places and walks of life that we wouldn't come across in our everyday life if it wasn't for Crafters TV and doing what we do.
I got so many lovely comments from people when I started doing the presenting, and it was just really such a lovely feeling. And it's nice that people keep messaging in. You know, we see the same people. We know you can build up that kind of relationship with those people. So it's just the fact that people like what we do and they're pleased. And I do love it when people send us photographs of the items that they've made.
We talk about customers, but really they go in as a customer, come out as a friend. The support that I get is amazing. The messages I get are amazing.
Me personally, it is personal interaction. I've never had the best of health. I've always been open about that with our viewers at Crafters TV. So many people are in the same situation as me health-wise. Other people have got a completely different health issues. They understand and they relate to what I'm going through, what others are going through. So whether we interact on a crafting basis or whether we interact on a health basis, a personal basis, we're all there to support one another. It is incredible.
The reaction of viewers when they come to meet us is worth all of the early mornings when we have to get up for our early morning shows.
Some of the customers come on as craft ambassadors and things like that, craft along with us, and being able to actually chat with them on air. I love it. I really love that connection with them.
We've had lots of shows where we've done like craft alongs, especially where we've had viewers craft along with us. We had a particular viewer, Joy, who joined us once before, and she literally made me cry on air, and Joe, because the things she said about us, it really was quite humbling that there are people out there that watch us and invite us into their living rooms and really treat us like family.
If you love Crafters TV, we've made it easy for you to watch us wherever you are. Whether you catch us on your tablet or take us with you on your mobile phone, it's easy to watch us anywhere. From here to here. Maybe don't watch us here. It would be easy to watch us here. Probably the easiest place to watch us is here. Crafters TV, with you wherever you are. Here at Crafters TV, it couldn't be easier to get your hands on the latest crafty must-haves. Leave the hard work to us while you shop from the comfort of your own living room. Head to the Crafters Companion website to see our full crafty range, or hit the Shop the Day button to see all the new and exciting products featuring on Crafters TV. Once you've filled your cart, leave it to us to get your crafty goodies to you in super quick time, so you can get on with being creative. Crafters Companion, making crafty shopping a breeze.
Welcome back. Tina Rose says, I finally took the dive and I bought the G2. It came yesterday. Used my platinum discount code, and so I got it even more of a bargain. Well, Tina, go you with your code.
Yeah, definitely.
Helen says, a couple of questions.
Yeah, no problem.
I've got a rocker block, but I cannot get a good impression. Have you got any advice?
Ooh, yeah. I'll quickly show you. There's many different rocker blocks that are in terms of sizes, because we've got 2 packs that we do. We do what we call the purple ones, which are our trade ones, and then there's the Sheena ones, which are the clear ones.
Yeah.
They both work the same way. There's nothing different, it's just the colour. I'll give you a quick. So sorry, just a quick one. Make sure you're ink up all over. Make sure you put your pattern onto, your stamp onto there. Just push those out of the way. Now, when you're holding this, I grab all 4 corners. Now, I know I've got the really large one here. For something that small, you'd switch to one of the smaller
little one,
ones.
yeah.
But all you're going to do is grab 4 corners with these hands and then have these 2 in the centre. And then it's that heel to toe motion. So, Jamie, could you just show from the front? Is that okay? You're going to literally pop it down on its heel. And then when you've done this, you're going to simply connect. So the first thing it's going to do, sorry, I've got the shakes there. First thing it's going to do is it's going to contact, and then you rock and you lift. And it creates the perfect stamped image. So if I just repeat that again, just so you can see what I mean by that. Ink it up. I think I've covered all the ink there. That heel to toe motion, so it's the heel first, the heel then kicks in, and then you move to the toe and you rock and you get a perfect crisp impression every single time. They are ingenious, and it's down to that little tiny bit of a rock. That tiny bit of a rock makes that difference, because first of all, it's contacting from the heel to the cardstock, and then it's rolling forward, so that it's got that lovely rocking motion, and it means that your stamp will hit wherever you are. As long as you're holding it properly, you will get crisp, clean stamping every single time. I talk about this often. I have trouble with my hand. Now found out it's a little touch of arthritis in there. And for me, I still use rocker blocks. They simply changed the way I stamped a rocker block. I mean, I love the platform, don't get me wrong, but this little beauty absolutely is perfect for anybody of any ability to stamp and get crisp, clean images every single time.
Yeah. And just a quick one from Janice, who says, silly question, I know. No such thing as a silly question. But what is the difference between acrylic and polymer stamps?
It's the material. So acrylic is acrylic. Photopolymer they're 2 different types of materials. And we always refer to photopolymer being the creme de la creme, the best material for a stamp. You'll get beautiful results with both. There's no inferior one. It's just that it's a little bit like shall we say a Jaguar against a Rolls, whichever way around you look at it.
This.
Yeah. Or you could say Skoda against a Rolls, whichever way you want to look at it.
Skoda versus a Rolls.
But you know what I mean? It's just down to that. That's all it is. But you'll still get good, crisp results with any of them. It's just the difference. There's a noticeable difference. Acrylic doesn't smell, photopolymer does. So you'll smell. If it smells, it's photopolymer. If it doesn't, it's acrylic.
Wow. You know what? That's something I've learned today as well. So if you're not quite sure, do the sniff test. $7.99 or $11.19 if you want the large rocker blocks, that 2-pack available for you. Loads across all of the shows today. Of course, remember, there are 3 craft alongs today. This is the first of 3. So do have a look ahead, get on the socials, see everything that you need, because you might be able to join in with some of the later craft alongs. And indeed, if you love this one and you've already got the bold butterflies at home, you can come back, of course, at a later date and watch this at a time to suit you. If you haven't yet got the bold butterflies, you can pick them up today on the best ever price. All the details over on the website. If you've just joined us, good afternoon now. Where's that first hour gone? It's absolutely flown over. Thank you for being with us. Hopefully you enjoy the day. If you have just tuned in, you're going, hang on a minute, where's Wake Up Call? We're doing things a little bit different today. Oh yeah, because we can. We are doing not one, not two, but 3 craft alongs with the lovely Debbie. We have got a craft along with your ink pads later. We've got a craft along for die cutting later on. And of course, right now we are all about your watercolouring. So, have a look, have a watch. We've got the fantastic Bold Butterflies collection for you, which is what we're concentrating on in this collection. And also, if you are after watercolour goodies, there is loads. Just hit the shop the show button. We have got Aquablend pencils. We've got your tricolour aquas on the show. We've also got small stock of the, remember the watercolour shimmer?
The trays, the pallets?
Sunbeam.
Oh, we've still got some left.
Small stocks of those available,
Yeah.
so do shop the show. There are some absolute gems to be had. Karen saying thank you for the demo on the rocker blocks, as I've had issues with them. And Michelle's just asking, what's that on the left over there? Is that another craft along?
This
That's
is
the next one.
The left, which was is that this
I
side
think
or
it's
that side? This side. My left.
The left of the
they're
screen, I
ink
think.
pads. We're going to be doing all 3 of those cards later on. And this side is the die cutting one. We're going to do a scrapbook page with the die cutting craft along. So yeah, although panic's starting to set in a little bit.
Is
We've
it?
only got an hour left.
You're
We've
all
done
right,
no
you?
colouring. We've done no colouring.
Oh.
We've got to compose it.
Oh.
So I'm a little bit of sweating going off over at this side of the corner.
Oh.
Have you got a few bits to do first though, and then we can concentrate?
Well,
on
not if you're sweating over there because you're panicking that you need to get it done. You fire away. Go, fast as you can.
Can
Quick.
I go? Sorry, I was just thinking, I've not done any colouring, and I said to you, oh, I'm going to throw you some more techniques in there at the end of the show.
You
That
haven't done
ain't
anything
gonna
for
happen at
15
this
minutes.
rate.
I've been chattering away. Quick!
Now, I'm
Come
going
on,
to use.
stop talking. Colour!
I am going to use our tricolour pens. These are our water-based mediums. These are our tricolour pens. Get this the right way around. Tricolour aqua markers. Now we've got aqua markers on the show. We've got these tricolours.
Yep.
We've got metallics on
We
there,
have.
which, believe it or not, are water-based.
Yep.
We've also got on there sparkle pens as
We
well.
have.
So there's sparkle pens. If you've not got these, you could use any of those mediums because it's about that water. It's how you use them with water-based products. And I absolutely love these. Now, there's no right or wrong way with this, Ben. You can literally take this and go straight to your colour and then draw out with water. Now, again, I'm going to use a clear overlay, but I've got my paintbrush here at the ready and some water. Just make sure that's a nice clean brush, because I've realised.
Are you going to colour all of those in now?
Oh, yeah. We're going to do everything. Yeah, I know. Let's get going. Now, like I said, and this is the thing, you can take this pen, and I'm going to just show you. Let's not forget, clear overlay acts as a paintbrush. And I'm just going to, let me just get a little bit ready. There we go, we're all ready. You could take this and go directly onto your cardstock and then draw out using your water-based mediums. I've probably chosen the wrong colour there, but you'll get the gist in a minute. Now, you also, I want you to remember this, if you are using that method, this is when you can't go in with another colour straight over the top, because you'll not contaminate, but you'll water down that nib, and that's the last thing you want to do. So you'll often see us do this, where we scribble bits of colour onto our craft mat. And like I said, no right, no wrong way. It's perfectly acceptable, any of the ways that you want to do this. The squeaking sound, can I just tell you, is perfectly normal. It's honestly, people have said to me, is it meant to squeak like that? Yes, it is. It's absolutely fine. But I'm going to come in now and I'm just going to take a few colours. I want a green as well. Let me just have a little look. Let's get this green out. I'll put that green up to there. And I think I fancy a bit of gold too. So, Debbie, don't muck your colours up now, because I've just realised I've started stripping colours down.
You started doing what?
I've started stripping colours down and forgot myself there.
Oh, which goes with what? Never mind.
Oh, honestly, I'll tell you, that's because I got carried away with myself then, putting all these colours. But it'll be fine. I'll work it out later. Did I put that one down? I think that's that one, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is. Where's my gold? There it is. It's hiding in the centre. So let's pop a bit of that gold down as well. So you can see I've got a nice rainbow of colours. If it dries up on your mat, don't worry, because you can reactivate it with water.
a spritz.
It's absolutely fine, yeah. But we're going to do like a little bit of colouring. So I started with that one, and I'm going to bring in a bit of that gold, and we're going to just blend those colours together. I think I'm going to take a little bit of the orange next, and I'm just going to come in and a couple of little brush strokes. I will show you with the technique with your water brush as well, because there's no, again, no right or wrong way. I think the watercolour part... Oh, God, Jamie, that was close. Ooh, get you. I've got a tissue here because I want to make sure that that doesn't get too much ink on there. So I clear it normally when I transfer into another colour. But I want to go back in and do that little bit of a blend. That looks rather mucky looking gold. I wonder if I've had it somewhere with another colour. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be absolutely fine. Let's go in with a little bit of that pinky colour as well. So we'll come in. And I'm just concentrating on a wing at the time to start with. And just blending between the two. Well, between 1, 2, 3 up to now.
Yeah.
Colours. Oh, where's my purple gone? Did I put a bit of purple down? I didn't, did I? No, you're right, Jamie. Want to have a little bit of that down as well, because I do love that colour. And let's come in with maybe a little bit of the pink. And this is the lovely thing about watercolour, Ben. You can really... it's not so forgiving when you're using like an alcohol marker.
So with this, it's totally forgiving,
It's totally with this. It's absolutely. And I do love having a play between all of the colours. So I'm going to come in again, pop that up to the top, and then I'm going to start dragging that down and literally cleaning the brush in between each one. Come down and add some more. So you can build it up. Now, you can let this dry naturally, or you can force that drying stage, which I probably will do a little bit of both, in all honesty. But again, just blending through all of those together. Loving the look of that. I think I want a little bit more dark just in that top corner though. So let's bring a little bit just around the edging. Don't worry if you go over as well. Can you see I've like got, because the lights in here are super bright. You can take your brush, a water brush, and you can just go in and add a little bit onto there. That will perhaps be a bit too much because I didn't dab off the excess. And you can lift it a little bit. So you can actually act as a little bit of a razor as well. Yeah. I'm going to give that a couple of seconds to dry though, because I have got a bit of wet up the top. So I'll probably wait for that to dry before I do that stage again.
Okay.
It's not a problem, because at the end of the day, you can actually... take that away. So I'm just going to keep coming down with that colour. Now I'm going to do the same on the other side. Oh, Debbie.
What have you done?
Well, because I'm a bit on the mucky side. This happens to me a lot.
It doesn't matter because you're watercolouring.
Well, that's the thing. However, it has gone a little bit over the top there. So I'm just going to lift it a little bit. Make sure you've got a clean tissue, Debbie. A clean tissue, not a dirty one. But you can start to see that you can lift it slightly because it's water reactive. So you can absolutely take off quite a bit of that. And to be fair, get away with that. I'll wait for that to dry before I do that side. But what I'm going to come in again is just repeat all of that. Now, if you are going to add those extra colours back into there, just make sure that you're not going in where it's, you know, it's being like use that glitter, do you know, the sparkle pen? Yeah. Because I didn't use the green, did I? I'll use that on bottom bit. Oh,
and if you've got, because we've got the aqua blends on the show as well, if you've got those, you could easily use your pencils, couldn't you?
Of course you can.
To do this too.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to do a little bit of a difference down at the bottom.
Rosalind saying watercolour markers are more forgiving.
They absolutely are. Yeah, really more forgiving. Get away with a lot more than you could do with an alcohol pen. That's not to say I don't love alcohol colouring, because I absolutely blooming do.
That's it.
It's my favourite method of colouring. I'm not going to lie. It's my chosen method normally when I'm colouring.
Alcohols?
Oh yeah, I love them. I love what you can do with those as well. I think I'm going to come in with a bit of that purple again. Why not?
Why not?
Why not?
Is this a particular butterfly known to the rest of the world, or is this a...
Oh, this is a Debbie special.
Deborus robinus.
Yes, this is it. This is a Debbie special one.
Yes.
Let's add a little bit of the pink into there as well. But yeah, we'll have a Debbie special. Oh, I wonder if I'd love them to name a butterfly after me.
That would be amazing, wouldn't it?
I would, yeah. They do it with stars, don't they? So like
you can buy your own. You can buy your own stars, can't you?
Can you?
And you can buy like plots of land on the moon as well.
No
Yes.
way. No
Yes.
way. Really? Is that true?
True story. Yeah.
Wow, I had no idea.
Yeah.
Wow, can you imagine?
Having a star named after you.
That is amazing.
The What Am I Like star.
Oh, I'd love that. I would, I'd love that. Now then, I'm going to let that dry and I'm going to move on to that other side. So again, the brush is a little bit wet. Again, you can do this with a water brush. If you're using a water brush, all I was going to tell you is take the water, dab a little bit of the excess off, because you can still do that and then pick up the colours and do exactly what I've done. However, I'm going to stick to the sparkle because otherwise I'm going to have a little bit of a strange looking butterfly, one plain, one sparkly, and I prefer the all sparkly, I'm not going to lie.
Is that clear overlay sparkle that Debbie is using, says Lois?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
I love, it acts as a paintbrush for me, so yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, you can use it. I've got one at home. There's definitely something wrong with this colour because that colour has got some darker shades in there, but I think I'll get away with it.
Yeah.
I've got one at home that has actually run out of sparkle, would you believe? I mean, hard to believe really because I never use it.
Oh.
But yeah, so I just use it as a paintbrush. I dip it into water and use it as a paintbrush. But yeah, I love me clear overlay sparkle. Right, next colour. I think we had the bit of the orange, didn't we? We're going with that orange again. Pick up some orange on your brush and then just blend into there.
Beautiful.
It's gorgeous, isn't it?
It is.
Beautiful, beautiful. And then again, you can see I'm getting a nice bit of tissue here that's getting all these gorgeous colours on. But that's fine, absolutely fine. And then again, I'm going to go blend between the orange to that lovely coral shade. There's loads of the colours that, especially if you shop in the show, there's loads of beautiful colours on there that you can adapt this to. I'm going with that pink. Let's pop a bit of that pink going over the top.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's definitely a rainbow feature, this one, isn't it?
It's a Debbie fly, says Rachel.
Oh, thanks, Rach.
Debbie fly. And Bianca joins us. Hallöchen aus Hamburg, Germany, says Bianca.
Oh, wow.
Guten Morgen. Aus...
Is it Guten Morgen? Have I got that wrong? Is it Guten Morgen?
Guten Morgen, isn't it? I know what I did A-level German. I can barely remember a word. Guten Morgen, Guten Abend.
Is that Christina German?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Why did I not know that? Why did I not know that?
I don't know. She's got... I always think she's got a really, really interesting accent because she's obviously got the mix of the sort of German accent, and then she's got a mix of the sort of northeast twang in there as well. and I think it's just a lovely accent there. And I think depending on what sort of day it is, sometimes she sounds a little bit more German, and other days a little bit more northeast. I had no
idea she was German.
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that strange? She's the most wonderful cook, the most loveliest of ladies.
She is.
Yeah, she's honestly.
And she bakes a mean cake, I tell you that much for nothing.
Well, I'll tell you something. Do you know jacket potatoes? I don't know what she does to those jacket potatoes, but God almighty, I cannot get a jacket potato to taste like Christina's.
Really?
Which is why I love coming up here for a jacket spud. I'm having a quiche today, and I did say to her, I don't want the wedges, could I have a jacket potato, please? Because I love a jacket
A quiche
spud.
and a jacket?
Oh, yeah. And a salad.
Ooh, what sort of quiche?
It's a Slimming World one she's doing.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Well, she sent you a specific quiche?
It's got no crust.
Oh, okay.
So it's made from eggs, cottage cheese normally, egg-based though, mainly. You can make it with all sorts. They're really, really, really lovely, really lovely. She does make the most amazing quiche, I'm not going to lie.
Wow. Sounds fantastic.
Sounds what?
Fantastic.
Why? What the heck? Why? This Yorkshire accent went, why? Don't know where that came from.
Oh, dear.
Now, I'm going to stop trying to pretend I'm from the northeast, because I'm not.
No, you're not.
I'm from Yorkshire.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, I'm going to go back in. I'm just going to go back into that lighter pink and then get that little transition between the purple to the pink. And then I'm going to bring that blue back in and come back up to the top and mix the two. And you get a really nice, different kind of colour. That's the lovely thing as well about these. The colours that you use, we talk about them being one colour, but it's like infinity because you can just mix these colours. And that, is, for me, is looking quite beautiful, and I'm really enjoying that one. But I think I'm going to stop there because I get carried away. I'll give it a little blast with my heat tool just to dry that off, and then I'll fix my little faux pas in the corner as well. But it's not, I wouldn't worry too much about it. But we've got a lot more colouring to do. So I'm going to colour away, Ben, because all I'm going to do is just choose different colours. That's my main one that I've gone with. Bit of a bright colour. But for my smaller ones, I'm just going to stick to 2 colours. So I'm going to mix me orange with me yellow. I'm going to mix me blue with me green.
Yeah.
I think I've done, I think I did a pink with a purple. So just, because obviously there's quite a nice few colours onto there. I don't want to overcomplicate it with the smaller butterflies. I want to keep them nice and simple. Plus I've got a lot of colouring to do. But I am just going to rectify. Again, I'm just going to show you what have I done with my water brush. I'm going to pop a little bit of water. I'm going to dab a little bit of that water off onto my tissue. And then I'm going to come in and just go over the top. Now, I won't get rid of it all. It won't get rid of it all. But what it will do is lift some of that bright pink that I've gone over with. And it's not that I'm a perfectionist, but I do like to make sure that it's not too noticeable. And I think I could get away with that. Now, in alcohol colouring, we would probably shade around there. Craig, if he's watching, ice grey one, you won't mind me saying.
Yeah.
You can go around that if you want to. You can mix your mediums if you want to. I'm going to keep it white though, to match up with that lovely white that I've got in the cardstock. So what I'll just do is I'll quickly show you. Take one of, and I'm going to do it with the little and the little and the large.
Little and large.
Little and large.
Used to love little and large.
I still love little and large on a Saturday evening.
Yeah.
I'm going to start with that little pale pink in the centre.
I met them once.
Did you?
Yeah, they came and did a cabaret night at a holiday park I was working at in
wonderful.
1999. I was more of a Cannonball fan, though.
Now you're talking my language.
Yes. Rock on, Tommy.
Oh, my God. Love. I cried when he died, when Bobby Ball died, cried. Because I just brought up with him, brings so many good, memories back.
Yeah.
Not only just childhood, but the laughs, the belly laughs, the good old-fashioned comedy.
Yeah.
Not controversial.
No.
Nothing,
good old-fashioned
out there.
clean
good
fun.
Old-fashioned comedian, good old clean family fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And genius. And both incredibly talented men. Both incredibly talented. So you can see I've just mixed 2 colours there. I've done a light pink in the middle and then a dark pink on there. Now I can see that one is starting to wane a little bit, but I'm just going to go back in with, I think it was it this pink? Yes, it was. Just couldn't remember them for a second. Maybe a little note to yourself. Have a swatch of the colours at the side of you so you don't forget. But all I want to do is come in with that lighter pink into that body. And I'm just going to literally take that and blend between the 2. And that's all I'm going to do with all of them now, Ben. I've got a bit of colouring to do, and I know I don't want to send anyone to a snooze fest. But seriously, I'm just going to continue to do that, and like I said, it's going to be between the 2 colours. So I'm going to continue to do that, and I'm going to throw back to you, my lovely.
I think we're all good for questions. Lots of lovely comments still coming through. Shirl and Telford says, Debbie, loving the Craftalog and all the knowledge that we are getting today. Thanks. Welcome. Terry Mack says, really enjoying this show. Very relaxing. Love your nails, Debbie.
Thank you very much.
And Karen Callan says, Debbie, your accent makes me homesick as I'm originally from Sheffield, but I've lived in Oz for over 50 years. Have you still got the accent though, Karen, or have you now picked up, I suppose you've probably picked up more of an Aussie accent, haven't you, being over there for so long? But lovely to have you with us, and lovely that Debbie can give you a bit of a feeling of being back home in good old Yorkshire. What does Graham Hall call it? My friend, I say my friend Graham, the dog trainer, he calls it God's own county.
Yes, it is, yeah. I often refer to it as that.
Yeah. Some of the best people I know come from there.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Magic Hand. You just saw that hand there. It's just just pops in sometimes and gives me a cup of coffee. It's very handy. See what I did there?
Hey, hey!
Ah dear, where's my trophy? Right, a quick look at some of the watercolour pens that we've got, and pencils as well on this show. Tricolour aqua markers though. We've got 3 sets of these. They're all available as individuals for you, but this is your neutrals collection. And what you get within this set, as you can see here, are these amazing tricolour brush pens. Within each pen, you've got those 3 different colours, okay? And as you've seen, you know, Debbie's been using these. They lay out absolutely beautifully. If you want to be able to do your watercolouring, if you want to be able to mix and match and create new colours with these, you can. It's absolutely a brilliant system. This is your essential neutrals. You get your earthy natural, you're going to get your rich neutral, and you're also going to get your grey neutral. Can you see within each of the pens you get 3 different colours? So what, in essence, you've got is the blend of your chestnut. So you're adding your water to that. You can create all of the different kind of shades. Same with the desert, same with the topaz, and then you can mix and match these together again and create some really, really stunning blends. Same across the rich neutral, same across your grey neutral as well. So that's your first set. 15% saving on all of these at $6.79. Or $10.19. Then we've got your floral meadow, as the name suggests, obviously much more sort of brighter, bold sort of floral colours in here. So your bright floral brings you your rose pink, your jasmine and your tulip. You've got your warm fiery, which is the gold, the crimson and the sunset. Your bud green and your meadow and your verdant green are in your fresh verdant. I just think at this sort of price again today, if you are someone dipping your toe into the water when it comes to your watercolouring, this is a great way to have a go, give it a try. Because the fact that you've got 9 colours within the 3 pens that you're going to get, and then think how many other colours you're going to be making as well when you start mixing and matching them. Really, really great way to give these a go today. What I will say too is I don't think we have huge amounts of stocks of these available for you. So if you do like the look of any of these, please snap them up fairly quickly. It's been like that actually quite a lot this week, where we've had some fantastic deals, but we don't have the huge stocks. And before we've kind of like, you know, gone into detail about it, it's disappeared, it's sold out. This is the Great Outdoors. And again, what you get in this collection, I love that movie, by the way. I love that movie, Great Outdoors. Great movie, isn't it? Yes, in the Great Outdoors, you do get your Botanic Natural, which are all your beautiful greens. So you've got a lime, a sage and a moss. You've got your cool marine, which is your teal, your aquamarine and your lake blue. And then you've got your rich floral, which is your purple, your hot pink, and also your heather. Same again here, 3 pens, 9 colours, great price, £6.79 if you're platinum or $10.19. Also, one thing I must just highlight to you, and if you haven't got this yet, be blooming quick, because I can imagine we do not have huge quantities at all of your shimmer watercolour palette. The Sunbeam this is. I was under the impression that these had all gone, the Sunbeam and the Moonbeam. We have got the Sunbeam available for you, but low quantities of these. I think it's going to be a case of first come, first serve. £17.99 or $21.59 if you're a platinum member. These ones again, as we saw, and do go back. I tell you what, if you saw the shows and you didn't pick these up, you're buying them now. I know exactly you're doing that. If you love the look of these beautiful metallic watercolour shimmer pads, go back and watch the show when we launched these. Loads of hints and tips from our lovely Leanne. There was the Moonbeam, but we've got the Sunbeam here. Going to work beautifully for you on your lighter colour cardstock. You've got, I mean, all of those different colours in there, giving you that beautiful, bold, luxurious shimmer. These flew out of the door when we launched them. I mean, how we've got any left, I do not know. Get them now whilst you can. $17.99 or $21.59. I was going to attempt to tell you when that show was, when we launched the palettes, but you know me, I have no idea. Best thing that you can do, though, is go to our YouTube page and just type in whatever it is that you're looking for. If it's a particular product, if it's a particular show, if it's a particular presenter, you can type it in and all the shows that are relevant will come up. Hi to Stephanie, who says, I might actually get a chance to craft today after we get the grands off to school and get home. Do you know what? I love that. Rachel has cottoned on to my little hint there, where I've gone, I'm not quite sure what that show is. I wonder what date it could be. And she's just messaged, give me a mail, I'll find out.
She's an encyclopedia and she's on the ball.
Yeah.
On the ball.
And if I hadn't credited her with that little comment she'd just done, that I could have done it for myself. I could have gone, oh yeah, I remember now. It was the such and such and such and such. But I'm not like that. Credit where it's due.
That's how I always say that. Credit where credit is due. If you've taken some inspiration, give that credit to that person that's giving you that inspiration. I'm a good believer in that. I'm a strong believer in that. Yeah.
Karen Calnin, who is our Sheffield lady, who lives now in Oz. What are Sheffield people called? Sheffieldites? Sheffieldians, if you're from Sheffield.
Well, I was born and bred in Sheffield. We moved over because of my dad to Barnsley, and then when my mum and dad split up, we stayed in Barnsley. My dad went back to Sheffield.
But have you got a name if you're born in Sheffield? Like if you're from Devon, like me, I'm a Devonian. So are you a Sheffieldian?
No, I've never heard of that.
Oh, anyway, no. Karen, she says, in Oz, I have a POM accent, but in the UK, they say I have an Aussie accent, so I probably have a mix. My hubby, kids and grandkids are all definitely Aussie. It's lovely that we've got you all watching from all these different places around the world. That is amazing.
It is. It's absolutely fabulous. I love that fact.
We are Crafters TV and we are truly international. Right, should we get back to you? How are you getting on with your colouring?
I'm nearly done.
Oh, nice one.
Yeah, while you've been busy chatting over there, we're just having a little play with some colour combinations. That's the beautiful thing about these. You absolutely can play around with colour. And you can mix. Now, you wouldn't think that I would be able to go from that beautiful coral colour to this beautiful blue, but oh my days, yes, why not? Let's have a little play. That's the beautiful thing with our watercolours. You can mix, you can match, you can create some different colours. And Debbie, stop getting carried away because you're going over your lines.
I've just remembered when that launch was for the watercolour shimmer palettes.
You remembered it?
I remembered, yeah.
You're so clever.
I know. Rachel didn't tell me at all. I don't know where she is with the information that she was going to give me. It was the 20th of October, launch day, birthday.
How on earth did she remember that?
Thanks, Rachel.
That's our radical Rachel for you.
That's why she's so radical.
That is exactly why she is. Absolutely, absolutely. I'm just going to blend that out because I'm not happy with that shade. But there we go, that'll do. And I'll just finish with my little last one. Oh, what colour shall I have? Oh, let's have a look. We'll have a bit of the yellow and a little bit of the blue. Let's just create a different colour there.
Yeah.
A bit rogue on his own, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine. There we go. So let me just give. Now, I will say there is a nice bit of colour on there, but I'll show you what we can do with that in a second, because what I want to just quickly show you, when Debbie can find cloth, bear with me, out of shot there. I'm back. I just want to clean that up for a second. Now, if you have still got an excess bit in there, you can absolutely create a little bit of a background, which is what we're going to do in a second, but I wanted to just get all my little butterflies into shot so you can see
beautiful
the plethora of colours that we've got. And of course you've got your main butterfly there as well. That's the beautiful thing with those, but I'm just going to push those to one side because I don't want them getting affected with water, because remember we had a strip at the beginning? Strip?
Oh yes, of course.
Well, I love making backgrounds and you absolutely can do that with these. Bit of yellow. Spritzer.
Oh, okay.
Little spritz onto the top.
And you're going to smooch?
Bic. Smoosh.
Smooch. Not smooch. Smoosh.
Smooshy smoosh. Don't worry about other colours that get on there. And then just, I mean, if you've got larger pieces, then absolutely. You can dry the stages in between if you want. If you're using duet ink pads, you can do that with those as well. They are still water-based, can I just add. Let's go in and just smoosh some colours randomly around our cardstock, and that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to try and dry in very quickly while I'm wiping up the other bits, and that's just to allow the colour to sit on top of the colour rather than mudifying. Is that a word?
It is now, and I like that. It's a great description. Modify.
Well, that's the best way to describe it, dry off in between those stages. If you are using your duet ink pads, that's an absolute must. So, what were the other colours that we used? That was a hot pink. Yeah. We've had a bit of the green, didn't we? So I'll do a bit of the, not green, turquoise.
Turquoise.
Beautiful
turquoise.
Blue. Please don't run out of water, Debbie. And then just come in and smoosh, smoosh, and smoosh.
It's a really cool way to make very unique backgrounds.
Oh, you make beautiful backgrounds, absolutely. And like I said, if you've got a bit of scrap paper, don't do what I'm doing, wiping it up. use it. But time is of the essence, Ben.
I thought you said you had loads of time.
Oh, well, I did. I just don't know what happened to it. It gets eaten up by this studio, the stealer of time.
Oh, it is like that in here, though,
It is
isn't it?
like that, yeah. It steals time
2
in
hours
here.
goes in about half an hour when you come in here.
Literally. Quite
Especially when you do the
literally.
craft along.
Yeah, and I've got a bit... When you need the time, exactly, Jamie, when you need the time, we don't want it to be stolen away. I'm going to put a bit of the green down. So again, just squirt a little bit of water. Let's just add a little touch of green onto there. Let's go into that corner. A little bit into there. A little bit on the end. Oh, one more colour, the purple. Because I want it to match.
Yeah.
Now, I am trying that off. And again, it just makes a little bit of a difference when you do that stage. Turn it off, Debbie, turn it off. Off, not on, off, off, off. Purple, where are you, purple? I've had you earlier. What did I do with you? Told you I've mixed all my colours up, Ben.
You want purple? You can borrow my purple if you want.
I'll use that one. That's quite nice. Yeah, we'll go with that one. I'm only scribbling a little bit down. If you are going to make bigger backgrounds, then absolutely do.
That is the purple.
It is the one that I used, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was. Me going daft.
What you like?
I know. Let's turn it that way. Add a little bit more into there, a little bit on that end, and a little bit on that end. And stop! Learn when to stop. Now, I like that. That looks lovely. But I do love the fact that the water reactive as well.
Yeah.
Now, this is the same with sparkle pens, with your pencils, with your aqua blend pencils. You could... I was going to do the shaving technique.
I love that. Then is that when it creates like the fireworks?
With the shaving with the shaving bits that create the fireworks when you spritz water to them as well. Yeah, I was going to do that, but then I changed my mind at last minute.
Oh.
Right, I'm going to splash some water over the top of it, which I think, Debbie, you've already got gorgeous colour there, but they do react beautifully with water. And I'm not going to lie, I do love a little bit of faux bleaching. It just adds another element to your make. Now, if you're happy with your colour and you don't want to do that, then don't do it. If you don't want to do it, do not do it. Oh, look at that gorgeous tissue. I'm not throwing that away.
Oh. What are you going to do with that?
I usually split it. I use all different inks on there, split it up and then put it onto some white stamping card or white multi-purpose card, glue it down with our tacky glue.
There's really never any waste.
There's no such thing as waste in our world.
No.
There's no such waste. And I do love that little technique that I've created there. You can continue to add more colour if you want, but I'm going to stop because I've used all the colours that I've used in my project. Can I just have a minute to put all my pens back together again, Ben, before I start doing any more things with this? Because I'm panicking now thinking, these are my own pens. I need to make sure they're in the right order.
Yeah, for goodness sake, make sure you do. I'll quickly show you some other deals that we've got over this side of the studio. Late to the party today, says lovely Linda Fitzsimmons. I'm loving this project, Debbie. You've got 3 Debbie projects today. Actually, you've got more than 3 because you've got 3 craft-alongs, but in the third craft-along of the 3 that we're doing, there were 3 projects in the third of the 3. So actually, you're getting 1 now, 1 later, and then you're getting 3, which is 5 in total.
Are you trying to confuse me?
No! Me? Other deals that you might want to pick up if you're loving the look of the tricolours. As I say, for me, they're like a great way to kind of dip your toe in the water when it comes to your watercolouring because you're getting the 3 different colours per pen. However, if you want more of those colours and you want them at a fantastic price, get these today. The Aqua Pen collection, 36 pens. If you're platinum, £36 and change. It's basically, well done, maths in the gallery there. Thank goodness for you guys. Whoa, I was never working that out. It's around about £1 a pen. Whoa. Where's Corinne when you needed her? But how much is it exactly per pen? That is the question. Anyone? It's about £1, 2p.
I like Jamie's response. Work it out yourself.
Yeah. But the thing is, he's like, that's £1 a pen. Where are you when it's 36 pens and it costs £117? Right, the £1 a pen pens, the Aqua pens, you've got your primaries. So all of these, you're going to get 12 in total. You've got your beautiful brush nib one end, you have got your super fine nib the other, and as you've seen Debbie working with the tricolour pens, you're going to do exactly the same with these. I mean, if you want to take them into your cardstock and then draw the colour out that way with your water, you can. But as you've seen, the majority of the time, we're popping these onto our glass mats. We're creating beautiful colours with these. We're creating like gradients of colour within each of the pens, and you're then creating your own colour palettes to create, whilst you've got 36 colours here, loads of different colours amongst all of the colours that you've got within the set. So your primary is all of these beautiful colours here. So you've got things like your scarlet, you've got your crimson, you've got your burgundy, so all of your reds, all of your beautiful oranges and yellows. There's blues in here. There's your selection of purples too. Then you're going to be receiving your nature. And again, with the nature, you've got another selection of colours in here, and look, you can see sunset, amber, chestnut, fawn, desert, topaz, all your beautiful greens and beautiful blues. Love that boulder. And as you can see here, as we've drawn the water in, you've got the gradation of colour, but then start mixing and matching up all of the different colours that you've got within this set. And then you've got your essentials as well, and your essentials are all of these sort of colours, like your peaches and your sort of beiges and your browns and your tans and more of your sort of green colours in here, plus your blacks and your charcoal. Again, a wonderful selection of colours. Yes, 36 pens, but far more than that as far as your colours are concerned. I mean, we wouldn't like to put a number on how many colours you could create from this and all of the different shades of those colours as well. $36.78 is your platinum price, $52.78 if you're shopping in the US and your platinum. And again, if you're new to us this year, don't forget that you can, of course, sign up to Club Inspire and get 20% off your first order, which is that price in the purple box at the bottom of your screen. And I think we'll just very quickly show you the deal on our sparkle pens for you as well, and then we'll get back to Debbie. I'm feeling a bit under pressure now as well, because no word of a lie, at the start of the show we're like, it'll be easy, we'll finish in about an hour and a half. At the end we'll have half an hour just to go through a few deals, we'll take our time, and now we're under pressure. This is the three-piece collection of sparkle pens, 9 pens in total, whereas you've seen Debbie using the clear overlay sparkle pens. These ones are jam-packed with your sparkle, but they're all those different colours for you as well. So this one here is your earthy natural. So in that one, you've got your holly leaf, you have got your smoked quartz, you've got your harvest moon. This one is your essential brights. So in there you have got your aquamarine, you've got your pink garnet, and you've also got your firefly. And last but by no means least, it is your soft pastels, which brings you your beautiful rose quartz. You've got your soft jade and your moonshine. Moonshine? Moonstone. Not moonshine, moonstone. £20.78, $30.38 is the platinum price on those. Also on the show, we've got those aqua blend pencils, which I know will be busy, and our metallics too. If it's watercolour you're after, check out the Shop the Show page and you'll see all of the deals. Colourful, Debbie, says Stephanie, and Christina says, ooh, I love that little strip. And just as we get back into it as well, Helen Pattinson's asking, if you make your own backgrounds, can you then stamp and heat emboss on top of them?
Yes, you can. Yeah, all the ink pads work with each other. And even watercolour, you can still use an ink pad over the top of the watercolour. Just use the right ink pad again. But yeah, you can absolutely heat set over the top of that as well. So yeah, that's another good question. Yeah. Good. Are we ready to get going?
We are, yes.
I'm literally having like, the butterflies are in the tummy. I want to get this finished. Oh, now I know. Yes, Jamie, you're right. They're on my craft drive, they're not in my tummy. They're all over here. Now, I'm using my circle nesting dies to create the little aperture that's going to cut through my cardstock. Now, you would automatically think to use the large one. However, I want to create somewhere for the butterflies to sit. So I'm removing the large one. I'm going with the next size down, and I'm going to position it about the halfway mark. There's no right or wrong with this. It makes absolutely zero difference when you are running through your die cutting machine. But I just want to create, all I'm trying to do is literally place it into that centre. Now you could, of course, open that fully up and cut out your circle. However, I'm going to cut through like this, and I'm going to bring in my platform. You're probably thinking, Debbie, but it's going to cut into the into the plate. But it's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
You will be fine. Now it is again a straightforward die. Even though it's a folded piece, I would much rather you try that platform first than adding in unnecessary shims. That's all I need you to think about. I know at home that's exactly the platform that I use. Obviously the studio machine takes a bit of a battering, can we just say, because it's used quite a lot. But I think this is absolutely fine. So I'm going to get into there, I'm going to pull back my tape and I'm going to pull it towards me, like so. The same with this one. Let me just find the end that I'm going to come with first, that way. So we're going to pull up and bring this in as well. I hope that didn't move. No, it should be fine.
Okay.
There we go. And just remove that tape. And that creates me the little circle cut out. Then we're going to use that large one again, along with this one, with some matte black cardstock. So I'm just going to put that to one side. I'm going to bring in, now I should have still some black card.
Yeah.
From earlier. So I'm going to just now position that and create myself that little bit of a wreath-like feature. Okay?
A wreath-like feature.
A wreath-like feature. So we're going to pop that on. Now, I did say there's some acetate, so we are going to use some acetate as well. I'm just going to trim this down. What I am going to do is not waste the cardstock in the centre. So I've got a little circular sentiment onto my card using some smaller ones. So I'm going to place that into there as well. Just to hold that down. Debbie, what have you done with your tape? Oh, do you know what? Let's lift that up and hold it down with both. I think that should work. Get that in a bit closer. There we are. Yeah, rather than waste any more tape. And again, just think about your platform. It is just a straightforward die. So it's the plastic shim, the other cutting plate. There's no extra pressure in there. It's a circular die. There's no die cut features. So when you see the 3 p.m. craft along, and we'll be die cutting, I'll be using that, you know, the regular combination that we would talk about with a thin metal cutting die. That's now created my piece that I need for a sentiment, but this has now created my little piece that's going to sit over. And that's why I use the next one down, so it sits perfectly over the top. However, I want to add a little bit of strength and rigidity to that, so I am going to bring in, if I've forgotten to put my acetate in. Acetate is invisible. I'll be back. I'll be back in a minute. You can read some comments. I'm just going to grab my acetate that's over there.
If it's invisible, how are you going to be able to find it? Cindy says, Debbie, I finally used a different colour of permanent marker for each tricolour and run a stripe all the way down each side so I don't mix my pen colours up anymore, and it really helped me out. Lots of love for this project coming through as well. Very, very quickly, I'll show you these. We've got the swirl embossing folders on the show for you as well. £10.40, $16 for these, the Grande Floral embossing folders. So you've got the 4 in total here. Really quickly rattle through these because I know Debbie wants to finish. You've got the filigree swirls, you've got the beautiful ornamental swirls in here, and then you've also got your graceful swirls too. Debbie.
Thanks very much. Large die back again. We want it to sit on the back of our piece here. So I'm going to bring in the largest die that I've got that I've used in my aperture, and I'm just going to cut that down to size. Now, acetate. One question I get asked loads and loads and loads about. Metal shim. It's heavyweight. You need it to cut in. You need that, what we talk about when we talk about scissors, metal to metal. You need that analogy with your acetate because it's a tricky little blighter. It's a tricky little one to die cut. So I'm just going to hold that down. Okay. And I'm going to try it with the combination no magnetic shim.
Oh.
Oh, I know. Well, it worked for me at home.
Oh, sounds like it's worked.
Yeah.
What a very satisfying sound that made.
It's the most satisfying sound when it comes to acetate. But again, can I just show you as well, plate-wise, combination-wise, there's not a lot of damage, and these are well-used plates. It's all down to that pressure and thinking about the material that you are cutting into, and that has cut that out absolutely perfectly. But it did not need the magnetic shim.
No.
It just needed the metal. So again, it's all about that learning about your, you know, different things that you have material wise. Now that's going to sit onto the back. Now because of time, we are going to speed this along, and I would normally use tacky glue at this stage. However, dotty tape pen is quite a strong glue still, as you'll find out when you use it if you've got one. So I'm just going to go around the edging. Get off my finger. Every time I try to... I'm lifting...
Let's stick you to the card, Debbie.
I know, I feel like I've been stuck to it. And then just attach it. Now I'm going to have to lift it up, Ben, so I can physically see it.
Yeah.
But you're just going to attach that to the back of the acetate, and then this little beauty is going to sit around the edge. Now you can double strength that if you want to hide that acetate. We, unfortunately, do not have the time to do that. So I'm just going to do exactly the same, and I'm just going to be careful where I'm popping this all the way around, and be careful not to get it onto your acetate, because otherwise the dottiness of the tape will show through your acetate, which is why I would recommend at home, and why I put it on my list, because I'd used it, tacky glue, okay? Oh, Debbie. I only need it off.
I was thinking that, but never mind, it's fine. You could stick some butterflies on the back.
You know what? Yeah, you could.
Yes,
yeah,
that's why you did it.
Absolutely. Why didn't you say it out loud when you saw me doing it?
I'm sorry, I was half reading some comments coming through and a question
yeah,
as well.
I'll let you off. And to be fair, the lovely thing is you can get that off.
Yeah.
Or you could actually stick another piece on. However, if you are, only half, because it'll affect the opening. If you stick it all the way around, it'll affect the opening side of it. So just bear that in mind when you're doing that. Now the strip is going to go on first. So we're going to pop the strip down at the bottom, like so. Okay. Red liner tape will work, glues, tape pads. I put them all on there, Ben, for a reason. Yeah. Just because everybody uses different glues for different things, don't they? And there's no, you know, I will admit I do use red liner tape a lot. However, this stuff is super strong. Can I just tell you? It is mega strong tape. I'm going to come in about half an inch up. You could use your glass mat. I'm going to come in about half an inch up.
I just say, now I've seen that, and now we can see the butterflies in the same shot as well. That is marvellous. That is so good. And
this is what we're going to do. We're going to decorate around there. I've already got this piece. However, I've got my smaller one still to cut because we're going to stamp on that. We'll do that in a second, but we're not going to waste any cardstock. That was from the middle part of my inside. So I'm going to do that in a second. However, I'm going to put a foam pad onto the back of my piece here. Just because it gives it that little bit of a lift. And I quite like a little bit of a lift when we do this. And we'll put the sentiment on in a second, but I'm going to bring it down into this bottom area, and then we're going to now stick this. Now, I shape my butterflies. Yeah. So you could use your bone folders or a pokey tool, the edge of your desk. Personally, use your tools that you've got. I'm not going to try and scrabble looking around for my bone folder, because I can do it with a poke tool, but I would normally use a bone folder. Yeah. But I just want to give the butterflies a little bit of shape. First things first, let's get that main one down. Little bit of glue onto, and I'm just going to pop it into the centre. If you think about where it's going to place, I don't want any glue up at the top. So I'm going to pop it down into the middle part, like so, and the bottom bit. Now again, if you're going to hang it over your acetate, just remember it will be visible on the other side unless you pop a butterfly down there. But I'm going to come in and I'm going to anchor it around this mark. There we go. And then we're going to decorate all the rest around there. And I'm going to start with each one individually. Shape. You can use your fingers as well at this stage. Pop a bit of glue around the back. Again, in the centre. Because what we're doing is we're going to attach it, and I'm just going to lift that wing up a little bit. So I'm going to have it like protruding a little bit just to there. Just going to make sure I've got that lifted. There we go. And attach. And then I'm going to play with the butterflies now. I'm going to have a little mini one. Let's come in and shape that one.
You've timed this absolutely perfectly as well.
I hope so. I hope so.
Rosalind just saying this would make a pretty picture layout on a scrapbook page.
Yes, absolutely. But let's have a play. So we're going to come round. We're going to go to a larger one again. Let's go with one of the green. Let's pop the green on there. I'm going to shape with my fingers at this stage, late stage, but you get the gist. And then I'm going to tuck. So I'm going to tuck some underneath as well, and just attach. And just keep doing that all the way around this. Now you can do it all the way around if you want, but I'm going to stop around this area. So I'm going to come in with let's come in with a little No, we'll go with that pink again. No, we'll go with the orange. Go with the orange. Let's come in with it. Oop, Debbie.
Oh, hello.
Oop, it's got wings. It's taking flight. Again, just quickly shape. Let's just give it a little pinch with my fingers.
Beautiful, Sir Stephanie. I'm looking forward to giving this a try. My list of projects is growing fast. There'll be 5 on there by the end of the day because you've got 5 projects to try out.
I know. And don't forget, if you did Corins yesterday, you got Corins yesterday
Of course,
as well.
yeah. 3
that's another
yesterday.
3. We're really spoiling it. I think is there some tomorrow as well?
What's that?
Lily tomorrow with the layouts.
Oh, Lily, yes, Lily's in the middle show tomorrow.
Yeah,
with the layouts. Yeah.
Who else have we got? Yeah, Saturday, Jan's got one, yeah.
And Craig's got one as well, hasn't he, soon? On Sunday, I think. Well, Craig and Corinne are in together on Sunday with your easel card draws.
Oh, I'm so jealous, I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little bit on the jealous side there. I love that. You know, I mean, I honestly adored the launch. At least
What
thing.
launch? There wasn't a launch, was there? Because it sold out before the launch.
No, do you know, that's the funny thing. I were gutted, but pleased at the same time.
Yeah.
And do you know what? I were pleased that I did a Facebook Live at home because I got to play with it.
Yeah.
Because I was not surprised you all loved it too.
Well, I think you're to blame that we didn't get to launch, aren't you? The fact that you did your Facebook Live.
I know. I was going to do
everyone
the
too
same
excited.
this Sunday with the Cosmic, but I changed my mind at last minute.
Ah.
Yeah, I just did. Now, I'm just adding a few more. You can see how we're starting to build these up. I am going to save, so I'm going to put, let's put a larger one here. Let's go in and just attach, just in different ways. Oops, you stay there, you little devil. It's flying away, it is, Jamie, it's flying away. Let's tuck that underneath there. Ooh, we'll have you. Wait a minute, what colours have I got left? Oh, no, we'll have you. You're a little bit different. Now, I'm just going to add now sentiment. So I'm going to die cut, and I'll get my mini out. So let's just add those on. Push that to one side. I've still got some left, so I'm going to keep these here because we're going to run this through the mini. Did Debbie put the mini away?
Yeah, what did you do with the mini?
What did I do with the mini?
Can't have gone far.
I know, I can't have gone far. Did I put it back? Oh, I left it here. Whew. And run this through, and then we'll stamp the sentiment into there. Now, you've got the set. You've actually. Shall we change the sentiment to
Well, it's
this
up to
one?
you. It's your craft along.
Yeah, do you know what? No, actually, I'm going to keep what I had. I'm going to, yeah, it's my craft along, yeah. I'm going to keep what I had. There are 2 lovely sentiments on the swallowtail butterfly stamp set that I've used. However, I do love, not going to lie, I do love the butterfly that I had here with the vintage butterflies.
Okay.
Yes, so let's ink up. And I'll tell you why, I love the little butterfly detail.
Okay, yeah.
So let's come in and add that into, I'm hoping that's the centre. Rock that through, beautiful. All I'm going to do is attach a little bit of glue onto the inside of this. Pop that on. And then we're going to finish off the decoration. I can't believe we've done it.
Timed it perfectly.
Timed it to perfection.
Whilst you were panicking over there, I always knew we'd finish a couple of minutes before the end of the show. Absolutely.
Not gonna lie, didn't think at the top of the hour that we were gonna get all of the colouring done, all of the die cutting done. It just shows you what you can do when you're under a little bit of pressure. And there you go. We finished the craft along. Whoop, whoop, whoop. There you are. A little bit of a watercolour technique using those gorgeous tricolour aquas, things that you have in your crafty stash. I've still got a couple of butterflies left that I can use. But honestly, they're absolutely beautiful, those stamps and die sets. If you've not got hold of the bold butterflies from Sheena, get them and try them with your watercolours. And if you haven't got any watercolours, try something that's on the show. Have a little play, have a little dabble. You can adapt that any way you want with any of the other mediums that are on there.
And it's such a versatile set again, isn't it? I know you've obviously created that beautiful project, but those the butterflies, the bold butterflies, think how many times you use your flowers in your crafts. Think about how many times you reach for a butterfly in your crafts. That set is brilliant, and of course you've got the craftability with that for the fact that you've got those dies for the smaller butterflies, and then you've got that split main die, if you like, for your larger butterfly as well. Best ever price on that collection, so if you want to be able to copy this craft along step by step, you will need that set. Best ever price on the set, on the collection. Brenda says, I adore this, Debbie. Linda, beautiful card. Thank you, Debbie, for doing this craft along. I have so many butterflies in my stash that I can use. Loving these craft alongs. And Chrissy Mahoney says, my Cosmic is coming tomorrow. 2 more craft alongs to come, don't forget. So do make sure you stay with us for the rest of the day. Lily's in at 3 for the next craft along, which is all die cutting, and then we're ink padding it tonight. If you want more as far as watercolour ideas are concerned, we have got the Aqua Blend pens on a terrific deal for you. These are Aqua Blend pencils. These are 24 in each of the sets. And again, if you love watercolouring with your pens, why not try watercolour with your pencils too? These are absolutely gorgeous, fully water soluble, of course, artist quality colouring pencils, and just again a whole range of different effects that you can do with these. Think about all of the colours that you're going to be able to create, and think about all of the different things that you can do with these too. I know we didn't get round to do it, and Debbie mentioned it. One of my favourite effects that you can do with the watercolour pencils is the that firework effect, like you say, when you're the shavings. Yeah. It looks absolutely incredible. But again, if you've already got these, you'll be picking them up again today at this price, because your pencils will run out eventually. You're getting them for $39.98 today, or $47.98. And don't forget, if you want to grab these and pick up more hints and tips, just go to our YouTube page. If you're not yet subscribed to it, make sure you do, and then you will be able to find specific shows on the Aqua Blend pencils, all those Colour Me Happy shows that you have seen over the years. You'll be able to go back and watch and pick up loads of hints and tips and ideas with these amazing pencils. But the landscape collection, that's one is your portrait collection, and then you've also got your essentials in there as well. 72 pencils in total, $39.98 or $47.98. Also, again, just quickly to show you, the metallic markers have been on the show too. Your opportunity to jump in and grab these. These are the ones which actually, again, are, you can do your watercolour techniques with these. I know we have the metallic markers which are oil-based. These ones, though, are the water-based ones. So once again, if you want to do all of your different techniques with these as far as your watercolouring is concerned, you can. Dual-ended markers, once again, you've got like a brush nib one end, a slightly thinner nib the other. And these really will give you a beautiful sheen and shine, particularly, of course, on your darker surfaces. Buy 2, get 1 free within this set, basically. £19.18 or $31.98. There is your precious metals with your gold plate, your gold nugget. You've got your burnished copper, antique bronze, the pewter, your silver ingot. You've also got your rare minerals, and again, some beautiful colours in here with your blue topaz, jade green. You've got your red garnet, amethyst, pink quartz, and then your green citrine, and then, well, realistically, this is like the one that you're getting for free, your antique elements with the ancient bronze, your aged copper, rose gold, tarnished silver, vintage satin, and then your antique pearl. £19.18 or $31.98. I think we are just about done. We'll say a massive thank you. Why the big pause?
Do you want to see? So obviously
Let's see what's coming up later.
Well, yes, because we're going to do die cutting, and we're going to do a little scrapbook page. I say a little.
Wowzers.
I love 12 by 12. Sorry, Jamie. I just threw it in front of him, expecting him to have it just like that. We're going to do some die cutting. We've got some gorgeous dies on the show, and I have used all the dies that are on that show. I've just added my own papers into there. That gorgeous floral elegance topper sheet I've just added into there as well. That's just an embellishment part. And it's all about the die cutting. So we're going to do a nice scrapbook page later on at 3 p.m. Nice and gentle, that one. I promise it is. It's gentle. So it's running those dies through the machine and just composing and putting things together.
Don't get too complacent, though, because we thought this one was going to be gentle and we nearly didn't do it.
I know, that's the thing, you see. We did set me getting all cocky, saying, oh, I'm going to show you some more techniques. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Didn't work, yet again. In my head it would have done, but there we go. Never mind.
You did a marvellous job, as we knew you would, and we look forward to those 2 craft-alongs. Lily's going to be in for both of those. I'll be back with you a little bit later on this evening, actually, over on the US page. We've got an HSN preview show coming up there. So you've got lots of crafty fun coming your way over the course of the day today. But like we said, if it's die cutting you're into and you want to follow along with that project, it's coming up at 3. You can check out the socials right now. If you go to Facebook, you'll see everything that you need to join in with that craft-along, and we'll see you a little bit later on. Bye for now.